one of the main things missing from DC right now, afforded by the horrid Brian Michael Bendis, is taking away this young lad right here, Jonathan Kent, from the great Clark Kent. Superman books not being that great right now. I haven't been able to keep up with them, but Justice League by Snyder and Jimenez. I come to see, and I noticed along the way that Jimenez had to do with the writing. It can be a little hard to follow, and there was only one flaw. The Lois Lane character showed up with Jimmy Olsen at the beginning of the Sixth Dimension storyline, and then didn't show up until this issue again. So they kind of seem to have forgotten. That's all right. Now, on the subject, I would give it high marks, and this is one of the main reasons right here. The freaking artwork. Man, Jorge Jimenez is on the top of his game, and I would have to say the man is a 10 out of 10 stars artist. Absolutely fantastic. I love the anime influence in his artwork. It's just great. The writing is, it's all right. I think Scott Snyder's strong suit is solo characters, mind you, as opposed to teams. That's okay, though. I would like to see what he did with some more obscure characters like Hawkman. I would have liked to see him do some work on the Terrifics. Underrated book. You should check it out. Go support the back issues. Hashtag back issues matter. You can go ahead and put that on Twitter for all it matters. You can go ahead and add Gregor Black on Twitter if you like. Anyway, people forget that if they went ahead and bought some old school stuff, that still is a sale, so that would help them see what sells. So if you bought some Rebirth or some New Age of Heroes, you'd be supporting that as opposed to the current stuff, and then they might see that that sells better. But the storyline here is the Sixth Dimension, where Superman was trapped. He was, becoming a hollowed out, frail husk of himself. He finally saw that his memories were there to guide him to the right way, to get him past things. I'm going to try to make this at least slightly longer, since a lot of my videos are short, just to test a theory. And there's a question for you guys. Do you prefer longer or shorter videos? 100% curious. But the Sixth Dimension was basically memories, things that had happened that you couldn't change from what they had said almost. Superman faced his lantern, if you will, that his son and him, or he hadn't been able to light as a lad, and with his father, Jonathan Kent, and not his son, Jonathan Kent, mind you. And we got ourselves a nice story because we saw his growth. We saw his son get a parallel of the same story, and then who had been lighting the things but Manhunter and Wonder Woman and all these other great characters, Aquaman. So basically, this is a nice, fun story. I personally have really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I restarted picking up Justice League, and I think maybe you'd enjoy it as well. If this kind of stuff sounds good, maybe give an issue a try. I don't know about this one, but maybe try the next one, because it was referred to this one as the start of the Year of the Villains, but there was no Year of the Villains stuff in here. It also said Tynion had to do with it on the cover, but Tynion did not have to do with this issue. There was not a writer on it. Anyway, just moving right along. The artwork is fantastic. I would give it 10 out of 10 stars for artwork. The writing, I would give a little bit lower, because it could be slightly a little bit more tight. Anyway, though, I would give this a very high mark and say you should check out Justice League from DC Comics.